Guys, finding exactly what you've been put on this planet to do is a rarity. And if you are the lucky few that stumble across what tickles your pickle and jams your donut, it is simply the best feeling ever. Yes, we thought we found it. Well, that was until we lost it. But we'll get to that shortly. Alright, you bloody wombats, welcome back to another episode on our GU Patrol, where we're resurrecting it from the abyss or the junkyard where it was actually heading. My name's AA Ron, we've got Freckles behind the camera, and we're going to start this one off from a comment from one of you guys, which goes a bit like this. Thanks to David. How much money are you actually saving doing all this than buying a second-hand Patrol? Is it actually worth it? Well, David, no, it's not. From the stress and the grey hairs and the complications and the 300 hours that's gone into it to look like this, economically, no, it's not been worth it. But it's not about that. It's more to actually building a craft and making me a better car rebuilder. Like, there's things that you can't learn from just buying something and putting a couple of parts on it and calling it a rebuild. So we've actually gone this route and actually improving my abilities more than anything else. So, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Good question though. But what are we doing today? Well, there is a lot to do. I think we're gonna, because we can't get parts for the front end, which is the guard, we've got a bonnet. Hey, we've got a bonnet. We're getting there. But we've got to get a guard, which seems to be the hardest part to bloody get. So we've left this over here looking like that, which is pretty bare and stuff. I really wanted to get this front end back together so I can remember where all this snot goes, but it is what it is. That's rebuilding. So what we're going to do is put the biggest part back on the car, which is the roof. We're going to put the roof back on, so, which is a massive job. Yeah, the roof's over there on that car. And if you guys can remember, it sort of looked a bit like this. Oh my God, what are we doing? Bloody hell.
You should have listened to me.
I'm definitely regretting that. Look at that. So yeah, nothing on this Patrol is ever easy, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. We've got to get this thing back together. But there's a couple of steps that we've got to do first, which is these drip rails here, which are going on first. So we've got to get them all prepped, which I've already done. They've all got weld-through primer up there. Done that off camera. Let's get into it. Righto, like I mentioned before, I've got to get these drip rails spot on. If I stuff this up, not only will I just cock up the placement of the roof, but also all the rain that comes off the actual roof will be channeled down into the wrong place. And the last thing I want to do is turn this Patrol into some kind of mobile fish tank. So after a bit of a shimmy round here and there, I got it into place and then we clamped it down and went for broke. It's nice and straight. So I'm being a little bit pedantic about this because this is the foundation where the roof actually goes onto, where you spot weld the roof onto. So yeah, she's got to be half decent. If you stuff this up, the roof's going to look like poo-poo. Speaking of poo-poo, Frecky's feeling a bit down today. She's a bit snotty up in here and a bit croaky. She lost her voice for a couple of days, which was, you know, a blessing in disguise for me. Like I didn't, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna cop that later, but yeah, it's going all right at the moment. I only got 2 spot welds in, but I'm just gonna go through, zip all these through. 1, 2, 3. I can't even count. 4 spot welds in place. So, but yeah, she's lining up. This is where it needs to go through, and then basically once you're all done, the sealer goes all the way through. Bob's your bloody uncle. So I think this one needs to go. I sound like a bloody sheep, but they're about there. But yeah, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Let's get this on, get the other side on, and yeah, we've got a bit of work on this roof before it actually goes on. Now that we were satisfied with the mock-up and placement of the first rail, it was time to bond them together like a McDonald's French fry and Vegemite sandwich. Odd combination, I know, but it just works. Well, I hope it all works. I don't know until we get the roof on, but you know what I mean. And you all know what comes after welding. Yes, the bloody dreaded grinding again. And I know heaps of people are sending us messages and stuff. I'd need a better welder, but it's just budget. So we just don't have the funds, and I'd rather one sooner or later, but we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. And there we go, boom, she's all done. Look at that, she's looking minty fresh. Even it's like a minty sort of color. This is zinc etch weld through primer right through here. So I've done in here ready for the roof to go on. Even though the roof's not ready to go on, it's still sitting over there. It is cut off if you've watched previous episodes, but it needs a bit of work before it comes over. But so I've jumped across to this side and done all the welding all the way up there. So this side is done because you've watched that side. There's no use doing this side as well. So done all that. I'll grind down and make it look like that. So next on the agenda, now this is all ready for the roof to go on. You can see the spot welds there where the roof comes in and joins into there. Come over here, come over here. Now, like every bloody Nissan, oh jeez, we got rust. Oh, see the size of that mozzie. We got rust, so I had to cut this one. I've done this one off camera too, so we got this one here. I've cut it out there. If you've watched, again, previous episodes, you know it's there. But over here, right there, see on the roof, this is the new roof that's going on there. Why I'm putting this one on, I don't really know, but this is all we've got. It's got dents everywhere, which I'll get to soon, but yeah, we've got to tidy up this one here and this one here. So I've cut little bits off the roof, which is sitting outside at the moment. I'll patch in these ones right here as well, which, you know, it's just extra work. Same with the roof. It's got million dents in it. But I think this is part and parcel of just this patrol build. So I've got a lot of work in front of me, not many hours. Let's just bloody jump into it. Right, explanation time. Where have we been? What are we doing? Are we still doing the patrol? This is all going to be answered right here, right now. Long story short, basically, we got to a point where we're just overloading ourselves to a point where we're actually, yeah, punch in my bloody brain where it absolutely just overcome it and went imploded, and we gave up YouTube for quite a period of time. So no editing, no filming, no nothing, not even thinking about YouTube, and we just lived. Because a lot of you don't know, or some of you will know, but some of you won't know, we've done YouTube for 3 years in a previous channel where we traveled around Australia and did content and showed everyone what their backyard actually looked like. If you want to look at that, it's in the link description below. Lost Tribe Adventures, if you want to search it as well. But that was our life, and then we jumped straight into this life pretty much straight away. We finished that life, come into this life, run like just straight into it, and we started doing this. And I think there was just too many changes where it just went and yeah, it's a bit of midlife crisis as well to add into the mix and stuff. And I'm not really sure. I just lost the spark for YouTube as well, because there's so much pressure and I just wanted to succeed, and I don't know, it just all built up, and I'm not really sure. It's really hard to explain my emotions and feelings and everything else in here. And I know I'm using my hands a lot, but this is how I can get it across to explain to you guys. And I think YouTube is an addiction. Like once you're really in there, it's yeah, it's hard. It's hard to not think about it and not think about what you guys think about, what I'm thinking about, and what you're thinking about, and how it actually plays out on the actual video. So we just had to stop. We just had to take a break, and it was mentally messing with my mind and sort of affecting the family and everyday life. And we're trying to make a life where we are, and I had friends and everything else. And if I'm thinking about that too much, it affects everything. And but I was missing that little bit of myself. My creativity was gone. And Steph Freckles was pushing me. She was supporting the YouTube all along, and she really wanted me to do it again. And you guys with the comments and everything coming through as well, like, where are we? What are we doing? Hope you're all right. And I really do appreciate all that, guys. for checking up on us. We're okay. We are okay. And we have continued on with that. I'll leave that to the next episode because it's a bunch of stuff to go through. So having said that, what is the future for Chur? Yes, we're back on YouTube. Yes, we are doing episodes, but we're not doing quantity. We're doing quality, not quantity, quality episodes. So it's not going to be punching out every week. So you really do need to hit that subscribe button and hit that taco bell as well. So you get the notifications when the episode is actually dropping, so you can watch it there and there. And I hope you guys actually understand why we're doing it that way. So we just don't get burnt out, and it just doesn't up in our brain a little bit, because it is. But like I said before, guys, thank you so much for all the messages and all the words of wisdom and the support and everything else that has come through. We just needed to step away to realize exactly the direction that we wanted to go, and if this was right for us in the time and everything, because yeah, life is hard. You just don't know if it's the right direction to go, you know, like there's no manual, there's no instructions or anything for life. You just don't know exactly what direction to take, and then we just had to realize that this is the direction, sharing everything with you guys. I'd rather build my craft, build myself as a rebuilder, rescuer and restorer, and obviously share with you guys. So that is that in a nutshell. I hope you guys understand where we're coming from, and thank you guys for all the support. And like always, you're watching. It's just